Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a memory spread for the first week of school, and I have this really cute kit from Scribble Prints Co. This is the Back to School kit, or BTS. And I was originally going to use this in my everyday planner as like my school kit, but I found a better one. Let me show you that real quick. So this is also from Scribble Prints Co. But this one is more like teacher themed, and I thought this was so cute, and I love how this turned out. It's a little bit crazy and messy, but that's what this week was. So I'll be looking at that as I plan, and then I've got my dailies over here, and I just make notes each day in that little section. And yeah, let me show you the kit, and we can get started. So here are the full boxes. This is really cute. I love the colors in this. It's kind of fun. Still a little bit summery. I already stole the habit trackers for my meal planner. The deco is so cute. I'm going to use this across the top. And then that bottom washi is just adorable. I have to use that. And I'm going to save these date covers because I might be able to use them somewhere else. So that is what I'm working with. I also have the extra boxes and the glitter headers. I only ordered these because I thought I was going to use it in my regular planner. So I probably don't even need these, but I do need those. So I think we're ready to get started. So I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to switch to a voiceover so we can speed on through. So we're going to start with the bottom washi here, and in this kit it is so cute. It's like loose leaf paper, and I just think it's adorable. So because the background is white, I went ahead and whited out the dark lines. In hindsight, I probably should have done the other lines as well because you can kind of see through it, but it's fine. I didn't worry about it too much, so I'm just laying down the bottom washi underneath that the bottom line, and then whiting out the little the hexagons. And then for my glitter headers, I'm using the navy blue glitter headers, and they look really good. They like pop at the top, which I like because the bottom washi is very light, so I wanted to bring in more of that dark navy. And then in lieu of date covers, I'm just putting in the deco, and I think this looks so cute. It's just a bunch of school supplies and notebooks, which, I mean, every planner girl loves a good notebook. And this one is so just adorable. And I love the way that it looks across the top, like all scattered out. The colors in this kit are really fun too. They're just kind of like pastels with the navy, which I think is kind of fun. And then I'm just cutting off the excess that's kind of off the page. And I really like the way that it looks when it's like kind of just like falling off the page. I think that looks so cute. Okay, moving on to the weekend banner, and then we're going to work on the sidebar. So I'm just whiting out the dark letters so it wouldn't shine through, and then putting down that full box with the globe. I've mentioned this before, but I love globes. And then I'm just putting a full box down in the bottom corner of that sidebar. And then I will come back and fill in the sidebar, but I'm just putting in a little box for my favorite moment. And then I'm stacking some glitter headers with the this week header for my journaling section. And then I'm going to lay down the full boxes because I wanted to make sure that I had them where I wanted them. And I first put in this double box scene here, which I don't know any school that uses chalkboards still, but I do think it looks cute. And I really don't know of many schools that still use rows like that, but I mean, it's like nostalgia, I guess. So I started on Monday with my little Bitmoji, but I pulled that down because I forgot that I wanted to add in this little book. So I finished this book the night before. It's the Guernsey Potato Peel Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, and one of my friends at work loaned it to me, so I was bringing it back to her this day, and I loved this book so much. It took me a while to get my hands on it and like actually read it. Grad school was like taking up all my time there for a minute, so I'm glad to be back reading is what I kind of noted. And then below that, I put in my little Bitmoji marking back to school, along with a picture of my department we have a tradition where we take a first day picture. So that was this year's. And then up on Tuesday, I'm noting that I am exhausted and I didn't sleep well. So whenever I get stressed with work, I tend to not sleep very well. And I also have this little tweet that says, "Welcome back to school, here's a cold." And I was sick all this week, and I really am still getting over it. And it's been over 2 weeks now, well, 3 weeks. And I just did not feel very well this week. And so I put why it happens every year, at least it's just a cold, because there were other things floating around school. It could have been a lot worse. But I did note here that I went to bed early, which I pretty much went to bed early every day this week, because I was just like first week tired. Like if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about. And then on Wednesday, I went ahead and put my video in, which was my back to school update with my EC teacher lesson planner. I'm loving that thing. And I just gave a little update of how I'm using it for the first part of the year. And then on Wednesday at the top, I'm noting that I do feel better about my voice. So I was joking that I sound like Kathleen Turner, the actress. She has this like dark, smoky voice. And I should say deep, not dark. A really deep voice. And it's like, that's what I sounded like all day. And it was kind of funny. I do like to sing with that voice though, because you can get so low. And then below that, I marked that I had to take a walk. I had to get outside and like get some fresh air. And it really was all I could manage for that day. And then I'm also noting that I started a new book called The Lilac Girls. I think it's going to take me a while to get through it because I read at night. I can only read like at night, like when I'm going to bed. So it takes me a while to get through a book, but I'm enjoying it so far. If you've read that before and you like that genre, give me some book recommendations down below. Okay, so I just laid down some full boxes on the other side, and then I'm noting on Thursday that I got a bunch of compliments on my dress. I was wearing this blue and white checkered dress, and it looks really cute. And everyone that I talked to like gave me a compliment on that dress, and it made me feel good because I've been kind of feeling self-conscious, but I've been working really, really hard on my health goals and stuff, and just getting, compliments like that, it just kind of boosts your self-esteem a little bit. So it was nice. And I noticed it all day. And then below that, I'm marking that we had our first leadership team meeting of the school year. And that went really, really well. And I'm noting that I feel like we are more focused this year. We have like goals that we want to meet, and we're really like working toward those goals. And then at the very bottom on that label, I'm going to note that I have so much snot in my head, but I'm feeling better. Like, unbelievable amount of snot was residing in my head, and it just would not go away. And that totally hung on for like 2 weeks. So annoying. Okay, and then on Friday, I just put in my video so I wouldn't forget it. And I need to mark concession stand duty this night. So I'm just using this little Dr. Pepper from Fox and Pip. Now, I'm going to move this up in a minute because I was supposed to put my video in and I forgot. I'll fix it in a minute. So on Friday, I made a plan for the elementary with the elementary principal for our PLC, which is Professional Learning Community. We are going to meet once a week on Wednesdays and just kind of have a different topic each time. We're going to see how it goes. I really, really am enjoying the new elementary principal. She's like so good. And then I'm noting that it was a really great week, but there's definitely some things that I want to change for the next week. And I did. I am trying to be really focused this year on what my kids really need from me and instituting standards-based grading. And it's just like a lot of things that you have to think about. So it's kind of been a little stressful, but it's been really, really a good year. And my kids are pretty good for me so far. And then I just put in my video down there at the bottom and moved up that box for concession stand duty. And we had a really good time. It just took there was a rain delay, so we were there way longer than we should have been. because of that. So I didn't get home until midnight, and then I had to get up early the next morning to go work at the rodeo. It was an exhausting weekend. So I'm putting in this meme at the top. It says, when anyone asks me how my first week back to school went, and it's from The Martian, and he's saying, I'm alive. And then I have a couple pictures from the rodeo. So they had this tiny miniature donkey and its mom, and it was a little baby, and it was just the cutest thing ever. So I wanted to put that in there. And I put in this label here to mark that it was so hard to get up for the rodeo. I was so tired. I need my sleep, and I was not getting my sleep this week. So we were making fried pies. I was working at the Chuck Wagon with my friend Kat, and there is my lunch. We always have a brisket lunch and sausage and stuff. It was delicious. And then there's the baby donkey. So cute and so like soft and fluffy. And then on Sunday, I just wanted to make a note of the West Texas shooting. So my parents live in Midland and my dad works in Odessa, and thankfully my family was out of town because it was Labor Day weekend. They were out jeeping and camping, but there was like this moment of panic when I heard the news, and it was like, oh yeah, they're away, they're okay. But it was scary. And then I had to call my grandparents because my parents were out of cell range, and I had to make this weird phone call telling them that they were okay. It was very surreal, super surreal, but it was just like something I wanted to definitely note. That was a really scary and really sad event for Midland and Odessa. So back to my sidebar. My favorite moment of the week was sleeping in on Sunday. And I slept in. I usually do not sleep in anymore because I know that I need to stay on a good schedule sleep-wise. But I did sleep in on Sunday, but only till like 9. And then I just put that it was a weird week, that I felt horrible, but school was great. I was just so exhausted by the end, and then the shooting happened, and it made me feel even more tired, which that's exactly how it made me feel. Like Sunday was exhausting because that was like all I could read and think about, and I was just on Twitter the whole day, and it was just like I was consuming too much of it. But it's like I've lived there, and I know people who live there, and it was just like really close to home, you know, and it was just like emotionally tiring. All right, here's the finished spread. This turned out really cute. This was a crazy week, so many ups and downs, but it ended up being a pretty great week considering all of the things. So I hope that you enjoyed this memory plan with me. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!